Okay, everyone, so this will be our last videos on Azure 103, the certification exam training. And we're going to talk about import and export service and also the Azure Data Box. Okay, so let's get started. And yeah, we're going to break this into several sections and we're going to do a demo for the AZ copy, right? And yeah, let's get started. So the Azure import export service is to securely import large amounts of data to Azure blobs and the Azure files by shipping physical disk drives to Azure data centers. So this service can also be used to transfer data from Azure blob storage to disks, drives, and ship back to your on-premise site as well. The data from one or more disk drives can be imported either to Azure blob storage or Azure files. With the Azure Import Export service, you supply your own disk drives and transfer data yourself. Consider using Azure Import Export service when uploading or downloading data over the network is too slow to getting additional network bandwidth. It's cost prohibitive. The scenarios where these could be used for it's like migrating data to the cloud, move large amounts of data to Azure quickly and cost effectively, and content distribution. So quickly send your data to your customer sites and also take backups of your on-premise data to store in Azure blobs, and also data recover larger amount of data stored in the blob and have it delivered to your on-premise location. So a single job here can have up to 10 disks, so you can create jobs directly from Azure portal. You can also accomplish this by using Azure Storage and Import Export REST API. So I have to say the predecessor of this service, not predecessor. So used to be a same service in the Office 365. So you have the when you're doing large import of PST files. So for PST files, I'm sorry. So there used to be an option to import data. So I don't know if you remember this or ever recall. So you can import PST to Office 365 and they will do a match with the user's UPN. And or you have another one called drive shipping, whereas you ship a physical disk via FedEx, so it's cost by per gigabytes, and to Azure data center and where it's uploaded from there. So this is a similar thing, you know, we'll talk about here, right? Okay, components and requirements. The import export service. This service is available in Azure portal, helps the user to create and track data import, upload or export, download, whatever you prefer. So we're using this WAI import export tool. So this is a command line tool that does the following, right? Prepare your disk drives that are shipped for import, facilitate copying your data to the drive, encrypt the data with BitLocker, generates the drive journal files during the import creation, and helps identify number of drives needed for export jobs. So note that this tool is available in two versions, version 1 and 2. So it's recommended you use version 1 for import to Azure blobs and version 2 for importing data to Azure files. Right, that's the difference. Yeah, I also forgot to mention the drive shipping service also requires to do this in BitLocker encrypted drive as well. I don't know if they still offer that options for nowadays because it's very rare. To be honest, I offer this to my customer, but they just import directly from the portal, or they just migrate all the archive, because you can migrate archive mailbox as well, and the archive is unlimited, and it's unlimited, but it has a condition where it grows on demand, right? For example, there's 100 gigabytes, you reached, let's say, 90 gigabytes, it will grow another 10 gigabytes, but this growth is not immediately. It takes like half a month for it to grow, right? I will not demonstrate the tool to be exact. So we're gonna see what it look like in the UI, because I have really nothing to prepare for this, right? I will not ship a physical disk to this demonstration for this. So there's only the demo later for the Azure AZ copy, right? So this tool is essentially can treat as the preparation tool, drive preparation and repair tool used, for this service. Okay. So now we're gonna just switch to the UI for this one. All right, let me just open another portal here. So what we'll do is you just search in the service, import and export. Right. So here I have nothing, right? So you just click add. Okay, let me close this. So choose whether to import, export. So give it a name. Demo import to subscription groups and okay. So here you have to upload a journal file, right? The journal file is created by this the WI tool, right? The tool will create a journal file, and you have to upload that one to be recognized and configure the storage account. So once you choose a storage account, because this one has a location, right? So that will auto-populate this one, right? You cannot really choose a drop-off location. For example, I choose this one, right? North Central, because it's choose the North Central, right? I cannot really uh, select a different location. And same for if I choose lab, Japan East, you see, right? But as far as I can demo, right? I don't have a journal file for this, right? But you have to choose a different locations and for returning shippings and summary, etc., etc. And same goes for the export service, right? Okay. So let me switch back to this PowerPoint. Okay, that's import and export will be the fairly the same location, right? Now I'm going to introduce the AZ copy, right? So this is the alternative method for transferring data. So now it's version 10, right? You might saw some previous videos somewhere on YouTube or somewhere they introduced the version 8, but now we're upgrading to version 10 already. So it's the next generation command line utility for copying data to or from for blob and file storage, which offers the redesigned command line interface and new architecture for high performance reliable data transfers. So using this as a copy, you can copy data between file system and a storage account or between storage account. And you can also synchronize, not just copy, right? You can synchronize it as well. Okay, so now let's do a quick demo for this. And before we get started, you might want to download, right? So you just go to the website here, get started with AZ copy, and you can see there's one number of options for Windows 32/6-bit and Linux and Mac OS. So the first thing you do with the tool is you have to log in, right? You have to log in. So there's two options you see here, which let me scroll down a little bit. You have see two options. Unfortunately, this one for some reason doesn't work. Even before I tried, it doesn't work. So you have to use this one to specify your tenant ID. So what it does is, let me also switch to this, right? If you log in with this one, browsing to the directory, or you can just add a environmental parameter to save some time, right? To run it from anywhere you want. So what I do is I did AZ copy login, so it will pops up with you have to open the browser assigned to this, use this code. But if I do that, you see I will get an error. It will ask me to pick account. I pick my global admin account here. It will give an error, right? The same account. Saying it's be added as an external user in this tenant first, but it's an internal user. How can I add an external user, right? So if you choose to use the GUID of your tenant, right, which is populated from here, right, tenant ID equals. So you can find your tenant ID in let me see, it's from your Azure Active Directory. Click this one. So in your properties, oops, right, that's the ID. Just copy that and you run the command. So this time we'll ask same one, right? You just enter the code and select the account. It will successfully sign in. Once you successfully sign in, you can run the command in here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I have a local file, which here, right? I have a demo, which is essentially empty demo file, right? And I have another one in my container, so it's the blob, right? So it's here, right? It's my kind of, so this is another one. I did a previous ones, right? For my Chinese demo. So what we're gonna do is we just run this command. So let me simply copy that one, right? We're gonna copy whatever in here, right, from my local to the destination for that container. So let me just copy that command here. Did I copy it? All right, so you can see this one pending, one total, 2 seconds transfer. So this is transfer complete. Total bytes 3, right? It's just 2 words there. Let me refresh. Now you can see the demo file has been uploaded, right? And yeah, I create this one fairly unsafe because I select to be public access, right? So for the uh, access level, right? There's different ones. So the one here doesn't require any anonymous access, right? So it doesn't really need anonymous access, doesn't need any credential or anything. But sometime you might, not sometime, most of the time you don't have this kind of open. So what you have to do is you have to use the connect strings and access keys, right? For this, for shared access signature, you have to generate one and copy the one in here to do that, right? But for demonstration purpose, I'm not using that one, but just so you know, you have to use it. And the paragraph for that is here, right? You have to follow the syntax. Where I can say something, it's they have, well, the card. So yeah, but anyhow, so you have to follow the syntax for this one, right? For the blob storage. Okay, so that's that, and now we're gonna talk about this data box, which is a physical. So throughout the training, right, the 12 modules we had almost 30, 31 uh, videos I've did. So this is the actual physical thing, right? Before all we talk about is Azure. It's remote. It's just something you interface you're working on, but this is something that's physical. You can access, you can see or touch. Okay, right. So this, move your stored or in-flight data to Azure quickly and cost-effectively. We were using the DataBox, so it's an offline device. Easily move data to Azure when your network is busy for your internet or the internet network. So yeah, so this one generally just it's an online appliance transfer data to and from Azure over the network. So using the there you see two here, right? DataBox offline and DataBox online. So using the offline data transfer products to move large amounts of data to Azure when you're limited by time, network, or availability, or cost. So move your data to Azure using the common copy tool. What's the name? RoboCopy. I think all data is AES encrypted and the devices are wiped clean after uploaded. So according to some regulation. And the DataBox online data transfer products, so the DataBox Edge and DataBox Gateway. So create a link between your site and Azure storage. So this makes moving data and from Azure as easy as working with a local network share. They have high performance transfer capability, takes the hassle out of the network data transport. Okay, and this will be some offline use case. So you can do this incremental transfer. So after initial bulk transfer, moving your data, for example, backup solutions, some partners and DataBox are used to move initial large historical backup to Azure. So once complete, the incremental data is transferred via the network to Azure storage. And also the periodic transferred via network to Azure periodic uploads when a large amount of data is generated periodically and needs to be moved to Azure. So for example, in the energy exploration where videos content is generated on oil rigs and the windmill farms, right? And this is the actual product we saw, right? I have to be honest with you, I never saw this in person, right? I never saw any discs, right? I never touched one anyway, so, but it looks like this one humongous, right? I have to say. So this is like a small one, like, the size like a monitor or something, and this is like a case, like a toolbox. And this one is half size of the queen bed or full size. and just some product selection. So you won't really get I don't think you're gonna get, I think maximum one question on this in the exam, to be honest. So just some specs you have to know. Okay. And the flow, right? So the implementation workflow is the same for DataBox, DataBox Disk, and the Data Heavy Box. Just, each one is larger compared to the other. So the first step is order. So you create an order in Azure portal, provide the shipping information, destination, or storage account for your data. So if the device is available, Azure will prepare and ship the device with a shipment tracking ID. And you will receive, unpack, and connect and unlock. So once the device is delivered, cable the device for network and then power using the specified cables. Turn it on, connect the device, configure the device, mount the share. The same usual just admin things you have to do, and copy and validate the data, right? And have to return, upload, and verify. That's the final step, right? You prepare, turn off, and ship the device back to the Azure Data Center. Data is automatically copied from the device to Azure. The device disks are securely erased as per the whatever regulations they have. Okay. And we talk about something about the gateway, right? For the online case. So the DataBox Gateway transfer data and from, so transfer, just treat as transfer, right? So it doesn't matter to or from. It's a virtual appliance based on a virtual machine provisioning your virtual environment or Hyper-V. So this virtual device resides in your on-prem environment, and you write data to it using the NFS and SMB protocols. The device then transfer your data to Azure blob, page blob, or Azure files. Some of the use cases are cloud archival, so copy hundreds of terabytes of data to Azure storage using the DataBox Gateway in a secure and efficient manner, so the data can be ingested one time or an ongoing basis for archival scenarios. And data aggregation, so aggregate data from multiple sources into a single location in Azure storage for data processing and analytics. And integration with on-premise workflows, such as backups and restore that use cloud storage and need local access for commonly used files. The benefits is easy data transfer, fast access, limited bandwidth usage, and high speed for performance. Because essentially you are just uh, connect to Azure directly. DataBox Edge. Okay, so this one transfer data to Azure as well. So analyze, process, and transfer your data before uploading to the cloud using the AI-enabled edge computing capabilities. So this one is the AI-enabled edge device with network data transfer capabilities. Some of the use cases is pre-processed data, so analyze the data for your environment to the Internet of Things device to quickly get results while staying close to where data is generated. The DataBox Edge transfer the full data set to the cloud to perform more advanced processing for deeper analytics. Processing data can be used to aggregate the data, analyze and react to the AOT events, interference, Azure machine learning. And the benefits are, easy data transfer, fast access, etc., etc. The same, basically the same benefits, right? And the online workflow, right? How to implement that. So you prepare to check the prerequisites, creating new DataBox Gateway, uh, uh, virtual device image for Hyper-V or VMware, and obtain the activation key, provision and verify requirements, provision device to the device and get the IP address, connect and activate. So connect to the local web UI, set up the page, provide the device name and activation key, and connect to the share and begin the transfer of the data. Okay, so with that, just end my training for this course. So again, let me just type in something additional here. I don't have a page prepared, but thanks for watching all the videos and subscribe to the channel. This is the first time I ever upload videos in YouTube. I don't have much editing skills at the moment. I just use a simple recording tool. Right, so I pretty much will download another more advanced recording tool and do some editing next time when I upload new videos. Right, so just write my name here and my email, right, where you can connect with me. All right, so right now I'm still the tech lead at Microsoft. and I renewed my MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainer certificates for to 2020. All right, so thanks everyone for watching my videos. All right.